without a doubt. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And Green with a catch left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, knockup of 16 and a Charger first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Nothing doing. Barely had an injured Charger down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Second down, Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And brought down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, that call makes sense because they formation showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, ready. Delta.
Third and short yardage, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Getting set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A first down throw here for Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent.
The play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he's going to fight his way forward here. Half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38.
Up. Keep it on his feet.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Trying to block it, and you're right, and obviously it worked out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 24 yards.
Their line of vision, And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line, first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And they'll run it here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only 4 that time as that
catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That they kicked the field goal, I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
A good pickup there at 22.
Together there, in-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They run with Hunt. And an alley to run. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any offensive lineman creating space for their runners, I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another.
They can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw, it's Mahomes. And incomplete.
Well, taking level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Flushed out right. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
When he gets in trouble on third down, who does he look for? His tight end. And that's a nice job of escaping pressure to the right, locking eyes with his receiver, and picking up a first down.
Williams. A gain of 3, second down.
You know how we situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll wind up.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce's opening weekend. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game.
Butker now to kick this one away. Out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points. You take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. And spilling everything. But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Got a man. It's complete. Williams. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Back with some experience and some moxie. You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so.
To a secondary target for a really nice gain. Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move.
Guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. We are thrown 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. First down, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. The 30, 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Extra point safely through, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up field. Here comes Los Angeles. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. Caught left side, Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25 yards. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get, right? 300, that means it's going to go out a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they keep flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And they'll go on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And at the 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The catch good for 6 yards.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. That one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. This offensive unit ready to do battle again. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 instances. I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now, a deep ball there on second quarter. You've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it.
Got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to
win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he
to that big-time return. It's not looking great for them today, but if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now Rivers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
On second down, Rivers again. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be taken down at the 46. It sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And they're well past midfield. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball.
Down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, bro, 80 hot.
They'll throw again. Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
What we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn, and he's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard.
Different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Mahomes now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. It's been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him. And that's been difficult for them all game long.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line with that run?
The Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 4.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC. This one, that pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, stats might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Of a 180, they are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
Again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Set. Run 80. Rehunt. All day. Rehunt.
A second down throw for Rivers. It's complete to Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that's
until they stop him. Why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now here comes Kansas City. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose.
With a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, You throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes being chased. And a big loss here as he's taken down. At each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. You won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are. When you look at the geography, we're staring at this part of the field. Don't you always think of big backs carrying the football?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It down a bit.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many fun.
High school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division. What's going on out there and how it all happened?
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one. And
Mahomes now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising, lucky to be getting that one back.
after what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Now Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there. Very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
Steps away to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. It off on EA Sports after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rivers on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's...
And the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything
In the middle of the field, that's popped up in the air. I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And they get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Blue 45! Blue 45!
Now it's Hunt. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, early on, we talked about the key being keeping him under 100 yards. Forget that. He's over that mark now.
And that rushing total for him has correlated into a big win for his team.
Green 90! Green 90!
They run again with Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And this one is right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's Desmond King on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. One last shot now for Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo.